Direct from Liverpool, the home of the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest, this is Pete from Euroversity. Now, let's all rise for the national anthem of the United Kingdom. So today is the day we have found out who will be representing the United Kingdom at the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest here in Liverpool. And fans have been speculating for weeks, no months, about who was going to be the lucky chosen artist. Same as last year, TAP, the management company, have been in collaboration with the BBC to see who would be the best artist. And we have had lots of names thrown into the mix over the last few weeks and lots of excitement over who it was going to be. It was announced on Radio 2 this morning that the singer is Mae Muller and the song is called I Wrote a Song. Now, I first heard this song on Radio 2 in a toilet at work this morning because I couldn't listen to it in front of everyone. I heard it only on radio and I've not heard the video or seen the video, in fact, because you see videos and you listen to radios. So I'm going to watch the YouTube video now and then react to that and give my opinion on the song. So just as a other point, I've got my United Kingdom flag out. I bought this in Portugal on the day of the final. And I was charged €20 for it. So I got absolutely fleeced that day. So if you think Airbnb prices in Liverpool are bad, the prices of flags are probably going to be even higher. Anyway, that is by the by. Let's listen to or watch the video. I'm not getting it very well today, am I? Let's watch and listen to I Wrote a Song by Mae Muller. Yeah. I'm not very good at this reacting stuff. I feel like I need to say more than just yeah and okay. That was good. I'll admit. So when I heard this in a toilet this morning, I only caught the final minute of it, and I heard that da 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 da, and I sort of thought, what is this? Is this going to be that good? And then it sort of ended, and I was a bit unsure of what I thought of it. Listening to it as part of the video that I've just watched, listening and watching, I'm not doing very well tonight at all. You won't see, like, because of how it's lit, but I've written absolutely loads of it, and you won't see it. But my biggest thing is, what a video! I've got terrible handwriting, and I write in felt tip because I'm a 6-year-old. This is a good one. We'll come back to the comparison to how they did last year of Sam Ryder and how we've got to this, and is it too mainstream later on. Let's talk about the song. It's another song of a female singer with a sort of big dancey beat. I never know what word to use. I'm so old, like dancey beat. I said pop charts and got laughed at yesterday. And it has that again, that's a bit like the French entry, a bit like the Israeli entry. It has that sort of 1 or 2 bars at the beginning where it sort of, has a loud build a bit followed by singing. But this time it's a sort of brass opening rather than a string opening. So it is slightly different. What sets it apart from maybe the Israeli entry, for example, is that when you transition from verse to chorus, the bass kicks in, dum, dum, bum, 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 and it really, if they get the sound mix right on the night and give that a really big boosting bass boost, like a buttery biscuit bass, I can't get my words out at all. If they do that really well, I think people will be nodding. I was nodding my head, tapping my foot along with that as I was writing my notes. So I really like it. I like in the chorus, again, when I first listened to it on radio, I didn't like the staccato nature of the chorus. I wrote a song, but actually, I like, because it goes on, and how you did me wrong. The next line is actually quite good. Again, rhythmically, a little bit similar to Invidamore, in the sense that I could quite easily go, I wrote a song. And I was getting a bit confused between the two. So there are similarities, but this is a modern track, whereas France have sort of done a sort of modernization of classic French singing. So there are different songs. I think the crowd will go mad for this, and if they get the staging right, there'll be dancers. There will definitely be dancers. Please don't let there be any polystyrene trombones, but they will go for this. I see pyros. I want pyros. There will be pyros. There needs to be pyros. Um, I think it's really good. There was some people have said how the flamenco guitar bit reminds them of Gemini, but obviously the flamenco guitar bit is only 1 to 2 seconds long. It's not that, so it's definitely not all that Gemini, and it's just a little flourish just to add into the song. Um, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we had a song last year about songwriting and how to write a song when you're heartbroken. Last year's Portuguese entry, Saudade, Saudade. Um, and it's interesting how the two contrast. Saudade is a song about how you've tried to write a song when somebody's gone, and it was done as a very quiet, understated performance, and it was a really good song, and it makes you feel sort of emotion. This is a song about how you've written a song because someone's cheated on you, and again, I've used this phrase to describe the finish entry. You're sort of punched in the face with it, although maybe not as aggressively as Cha Cha Cha. But you get the sense of anguish, I think, listening to it, of how she was done wrong, to use the lyrics that are in. What are the downsides to this song? There's a lot of female singers doing up-tempo dance tracks this year. France, we've talked about, although they're a slightly different category. Norway, again, slightly differently, but again, female singer doing a dance track. Poland, although being honest, I think we don't have to worry about Poland quite so much. And Israel's probably the biggest comparator. Um, and I do think it's going to come down to who sings it best, who performs it best, and who stages it best. And again, even Austria, two female singers doing a dance track, although that's again a slightly bit different. But there's a lot of female up tempo bops or whatever young people call it. But I genuinely, again, I've written down on here, the crowd will go mad when they hear it. Not just because it's happening in the UK, but when you get that, and so I wrote a song, and boom, and the bass kicks in, people will go mad for it. Obviously, there are people who are unhappy with what's been chosen for the United Kingdom, and that's part and parcel of being a Eurovision fan. When we had the song for Europe or the national final, I never picked a winner. Okay, I never got the artist I wanted. Okay, I don't think I've ever. I think James Fox was the only time that I picked the right winner at a UK final. So I'm used to the idea of not getting the singer I want. I'm going to be honest and say that I'm so old that I don't know who Mae Muller was. I don't know who Rena was. I don't know who Mimi was. I don't know who any of these people were who were being touted. And I don't listen to much of their stuff. Shame on me. So I don't have that sense of disappointment. And we never knew that Rena was going to be the artist. And so it was never come as a disappointment to me. This is a very mainstream song. And it's reflected in the fact that there are very reasonably similar songs at the contest. And I think people wanted a more diverse song to represent them this year, and perhaps we should have gone in that direction. Um, but how do you follow a song about a fictional spaceman? What do you do? Do you go even more abstract, or do you go mainstream and do a big song about being broken up with or being cheated on? I don't know. Could they have gone for a different style? Could they have done, there's plenty of rock bands at Eurovision this year, so maybe that wasn't the route to go. And maybe actually just doing a really well-made and well-presented mainstream dance track was the way to go. And maybe it is. I hope fans get behind it. I think it's, having seen the video now rather than the radio version in a toilet, I've enjoyed that so much more. And I think sometimes as fans, we have to sort of accept that we wanted Eurovision to reflect the modern pop music scene, and this does that. And it's also got a couple of earworms in it. That sort of, I wrote a song, and the da 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 bit. They all have sort of stuck in my head, having only listened to it a couple of times, and I think a lot of people have said that. Could the UK have been a bit more experimental? Have we played it safe? I don't know, because if we'd done experimental and done badly, everyone would have gone, "Why did we do experimental?" If we do mainstream and do badly, everyone would have gone, "Why didn't we be more experimental?" So that's always a tough one. Um, but the song is picked, the die is cast, and there's nothing we can do about it now, and we just have to see what happens on the night. Um, like I say, I enjoyed listening to it a lot, and I think now it's going to need staging that will just blow the other songs that are in similar style to it out of the water. I will give it, because I'm biased, because I'm from the United Kingdom, I will give it 9 out of 10. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, share, comment, subscribe. I've only got 56 subscribers, so who cares about my opinion anyway? That's the running joke. We have a running joke now. This is the running joke where I joke about my subscribers. But yeah, it'd be great to hear from you all and to comment and like, share, subscribe. And hopefully you'll hear more from Eurovision, direct from Liverpool, the home of the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest. See you soon.